G'day guys, as we last seen on one of my last videos, we're doing a little bit of an update on the Prado at the moment. So we've got the new window tint and we've got the signage on, so that's a bit of a change of the look of it. On the front here, not too much is changing. As you can see, the rooftop tent's gone. Just was not using it as much as I ever thought I would, and like it was a fair bit of weight up there. And I'm actually daily driving this thing a lot more than I thought. I've got another car, a little BMW twin turbo thing, and it's been having some dramas as well, so I haven't been driving that. I've been driving this full time. So that's what's happening there. So the front, that's all the wiring for the rooftop tent, so all that needs to come out, which I'll do now. I've got this little roof rack on. This was the original roof rack I bought for the last Prado, so it's the same mounts that the tent was mounted on. So all I done was pull the tent off the top of these rails here. Yeah, just put the flat rack back on. But in doing that, I'm not sure if I've disturbed some of the silicone in there. I've been having some dramas with this thing, with the alarm going off, and it's been getting a bit of water inside, which I didn't know for a long time. I pulled one of the seat belts out the other day to check, and that's a bit of a telltale sign on these Prados. If you've got a wet seat belt, like right near the end, you're definitely getting water leak down. So I'll show you these mounts here. So it's not looking too good in there. So that was actually Toyota in Brisbane that dropped that on when I was there, when I bought this car, and I got the rooftop tent swapped from one car to the other car. Went and bought him a tube of silicone, and I said, look, just go nuts with it, put heaps in there. So I've just walked out here then. We had a massive storm yesterday. I've never seen this before, but I've got some serious problems in here. It's like a lake. You've got to be kidding me. So I am not impressed about that at all. I was actually just coming out here to pull that seat out because I've got a drawer system coming and I've got to pull that seat out. We're just going to go full two-seater vehicle, probably going to have a cargo barrier and stuff, do it all properly. So this has really annoyed me, so I'm going to have to pull probably all the carpet up, to be honest, and have a good look in there, dry everything out, and yeah, that's annoyed me. So this all this compressor is going to have to be moved into the drawer system. The fridge is going to go back in there, the 85 litre upright fridge. Travel body's got to go somewhere. So it's a massive mission. Obviously got to reseal this roof rack because that's just, I can't be letting that happen. It'll destroy the thing. So I'm not sure if there's water anywhere else, but yeah, that's a bit of an update on that. So I'll throw a towel in there, dry that up, and pull that seat out and pull the carpet up as far back forward as I can, and just have a look, make sure it's not as bad up front. So yeah, g'day guys. It's probably been a while between updates, but we've got a bit of a project on here. Is a Kaymar rear bar, or doing a bit of modifications to it, trying to fix some of the inherent issues with them. But this is sort of where we're up to at the moment. It's been a busy couple of days, and Joey's been smashing it out. We're just in Joey's shed again, where we fit the 35s back in January. So just prepping it up for some paint at the moment. What we've sort of done, which I'll give you a bit better look at later, but we've actually widened the wings out, added a bit of strength in the sides. We've cut some new grooves for some different taillights, a bit more modern looking. I think they look a bit better anyway. Yeah, just a bit of work on the inside there as well. So a bit of a different way of mounting the sensors, and so yeah, it should come up pretty good. But because we've got the body lift in my car, obviously it's a little bit different. It's been a bit of a mission to mark it out. We had to pretty much do our own full template, so it's a full custom cut yeah, should be all right. We've managed to not really use the standard checker plate that goes in the bottom here. We're actually going to use this just because of how it all worked out. Another issue that we fixed the other day was the roof rack. So the roof rack was actually leaking. One of the bolts fell out and water was coming down the side here, down this panel. So we've fixed that up now, fully resealed it. The floor's still out because I actually want to get in here and seal up some of these bungs here. So some of these, pull them all out and Sikaflex them in, because that was one of the big issues with my old car that ended up being so much damage when we went through the water. So one actually popped out and just started filling the cab. So yeah, that's all happening in there. I've got a drawer set that's actually being made at the moment. It's a sort of half custom, half off the shelf system, so I'm pretty keen to get that in. I just didn't have the time to build something fully custom. It's just, everything custom is just so time consuming, but this is where we're at. So you'll see us, we're just about to paint this, and then yeah, we'll work on getting it back on the bar and mounting the tail lights and getting into it. What do you reckon, boys?
Okay.
Thirsty? Righto, we've just finished about the 4th coat. It's come up pretty good. It's not a showroom finish by any means, but it's a second-hand bar and it's had a bit of damage previously, so it's, we've got it the best we can and it's come up pretty good. So just putting in the new tail lights. So these are just a tail light off eBay. They're about $20 each or $40 for a pair. They reckon they're IP68 waterproof, so we'll see how that goes. They're actually a halo, so we'll get them going a little bit later. G'day guys, we're back in Joey's shed. So it's actually been a couple of days, both been working, but we're back here now, and in between I just took a bit of time to wire up these tail lights, wired it straight into the trailer plug. So we'll get Joey to give us a bit of a demo here.
Does it have to be on the car? You have to
just turn the light stalk on, there you go. That's the tail light and blinker, so they're a progressive blinker. They look pretty smick. It's the audio book. So yeah, that's that, and just hit the brake. So what do you reckon of that? Tell us what you think in the comments, what you reckon of them. I reckon they're pretty smick, to be honest. So that's that. So the mission today is just to get a few more mounting bolts into this rear bar. Some of the threads are a bit average, a bit of corrosion in there, so you want to took a bit of time to get a M12 by 1.25, like an ultra fine, metric fine tap, and then a whole new set of bolts, because all the bolts are second hand and pretty corroded. So got them, and then yeah, working on getting these mud flaps and the infill in, just to fill in this bit of area in here. So see how we go with that. Also, when we painted it, it was a bit of a rough finish. You might see there, it's a little bit coarse. So what Joey's done here is got some 2000 grit paper and just sanding it down just with water, and it's coming up a lot nicer. So I understand this video has been a little bit vague, but let's do a quick summary of the finished product. So we ended up with the double fold line in the side, which has widened the bar out, so it actually protrudes the front there. Changed the tail lights, obviously, widened both sides. simplified the mud flaps just to fit a standard super cheap mud flap, which is a lot easier to source. The PRADO ones are about $150 and they don't fit on these bars very well at all. We've managed to modify the mount for the compressor up here and just try and make the wing supports a little bit stronger. Done a custom bumper cut, which has resulted in keeping this panel here. So I've kept the standard floor plate instead of using a checker plate like what Kaymar do. So that's pretty much a run over it. Any questions, just ask, but as you can see, this thing's taken a fair bit of damage at some point in time. All the corners have been bashed in, so we had to straighten them out the best we could. At the end of the day, it's a second-hand bar and we just needed to get it on there due to time constraints, so I've got it on there and look forward to using it out on the tracks.